Hello to the few people who are actually watching my channel. I'm actually recording this after the fact. It's because I'm using a Mac and there is no game recording which doesn't cost an arm and a leg for the Mac. So if you do in fact know game recording, because I like to talk while I do this, it actually doesn't cost an arm and a leg for the Mac, please comment down below so I can do such a thing. So, on to the topic, is that my internship here in Washington, D.C. is coming to a close before I head back home to Los Angeles. And I guess I can comment a bit on honesty and integrity after being here a while and kind of seeing some of it firsthand. And I kind of want to correlate that to Let's Plays. And actually, I don't actually call them Let's Plays anymore, so you know what I mean, YouTubers. And a lot of people on YouTube aren't honest with how much they make. And let's be frank, there are a fair number of people on YouTube who make million, if not millions. And I am perfectly fine with that. But when people say, I'm an average Joe and all that blah 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 blah, that just perturbs me. There are some people like Captain Sparkles that he has shown his house and that thing costs a lot of money. And so he has shown what YouTube has helped him purchase. But then there are a lot of people who keep touting, oh, I'm just average Joe, I'm just like you, blah, 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 blah. Yes, a lot of them did start out with menial jobs and stuff like that, and they were started quote average. But YouTube has helped them acquire a substantial amount of wealth, and yet they still play that card, and I don't like it. I myself confident more. I say, let's see. My family does not have any credit card debt. Let me put it that way. So I'm being honest. Is that a lot of my college has been helped pay for my parents, and I only have to pay them back without so much interest growing on myself. I'm being honest right now. But if my channel somehow grows, I would be honest, saying, yeah, you guys are helping me break in more than $500K a year. I'll be honest. But also, some argue that when you go in the more upper echelons of YouTube, that there's a little tidbit there in the agreement, in the clause, that you're not allowed to disclose the income in which YouTube provides for you, or if it's affiliated channels. Well, as you know, that's tied to Google, and that's a huge corporation. Even though I'm partial to those corporations, as I said, here in DC, I'm kind of been experiencing that disconnect. So, and that's what I kind of want from YouTube channels, is that I want them to be honest. Some of them, like the Fine Brothers, Smosh, SciShow, they actually have teams working together. While yes, the original creators do take a significant chunk of the profits, is that they also pay people down below them. And you can find how much those group channels make because those are actually taxes, and you can actually legally acquire those. Take a little more digging, a little more knowledge of the system, but with those type of channels, you can figure out how much those channels rake in the money. But it's those smaller one-person channels that, frankly, rake in. And I just don't like it when they are dishonest with how much they make. They could take a little thing, scrap of paper from, I can't talk for some reason. I scrap a note from Captain Sparkles and show off their wealth in certain ways. Because we know how much rock stars make. We know how much movie stars make. Hell, Robert Downey Jr., he's very open about how much he makes. And I like that, is that when you're honest in that sort of way and not decepting that you're average, that you are showing that, yes, you, the viewer, have helped me acquire a shit ton of money. And that's what I just really want from a bunch of YouTube channels, is that I want them to stop playing the card that they're the average Joe, and they basically, in 2 years, will basically make how much you will make in your lifetime. And I just want that honesty. And I think is that almost a lot of people, these other channels, made fun of the Fine Brothers, when the Fine Brothers were kind of being a little honest themselves, is that, yes, they were being a bit greedy with trying to trademark the word react, but at least they're being a bit honest when it comes to that. And while the other channels hide behind themselves being average Joes, which, if people can start taking note from Captain Sparkles, and I think a few other channels have shown that they're well in other ways, if people start being honest, those larger YouTube channels be honest with how much they make and not be deceptive, I think we can grow. So, that was my 2 cents on the topic, and hoping to see you in my next video, if I do in fact make another video.